Hallelujah. It is an honor and a privilege for me to stand before you today
Kuhle kakhulu bazalwane noma ngibusisekile kuba sebukhoneni benu namhlanje na.
to share the heart of God.
Ngitoletsa inhlithiyo yasimakathi.
I actually wanted to wear a mask for this message.
Bengifuna kufaka sifonyo ke
I think I actually still need my mask. Angifuni ngibuke.
praise God.
Dino ngicela sindakuniketa imask lensha in the car. Hallelujah. We're going to read, our focus is going to be on 3 scriptures this morning.
Asithathe nje bazalwane emavesi lamathathu namhlanje noma imibhalo lemithathu.
It's going to be John 13,
Sitawuvakashela Johane 13
verse 3 to 5.
sithathe emavesi nje lamathathu 3 kuya ku5.
Kube bengibafundisi labakhulu and had to give this message a title.
Njengoba ngingumfundisi lomkhulu ke bazalwane ngitawuniketa le layeto usihloko.
I would say the servitude of a son. That will be the message. Servitude of a son.
Noma kukhonta kwendoda.
To simplify, I would say when a son serves.
Njalo nje bazalwane nangabe indvodzana ikhonta.
I'll ask someone to read it. If John, I'm not sure what version you have there.
Johan has
Okay, maybe John is busy. Are you taking a video? Babe Mot. Ngicela babe cook abuse. Usifunzele John 13 verse 3 to 5.
asithathe ke verse amathathu umfundisi.
Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he was come from God, and went to God, he riseth from supper, and laid aside his garments, and took a towel, and girded himself. After that he poured water into a vessel, and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was given.
Hallelujah. The version that I have, which is the Passion Translation, says, now Jesus, fully aware, underline, fully aware, that the Father had placed all things under his control.
Jesu aqonza kahle lokuthi ubeke tonke tindvo phansi kwakhe.
The Amplified says, Jesus, knowing that the Father had put everything in his hands.
Bese lithi leli athi kahle Jesu ukuthi ubeke tonke tindvo phansi kwakhe.
Knowing who he is.
Adathi naye ukuthi ungubani.
Knowing his status.
Adathi isigaba sakhe.
He stood up from the table where he was having a meal.
Wasukuma esihlalweni lapho bekadla khona. Athethi khona.
Took off his outer robe.
Wakhumula sembatho sakhe sangaphandle.
Kube bengumfundisi Themkosi bengdathi he laid down his crown.
Shokuthi ngalamanye amagama wabeka umqhele wakhe phansi.
And then he took a 7th towel.
Wathi nakabeka umqhele wakhe wasukuma ne simbat noma lithawula lakhe lekukhonta.
He tied it around his waist.
Wasikekeletela ke las elikhwaleni lwakhe.
He knelt down.
Awabese uyaguda. Kashtimaya.
And he started washing the disciples' feet.
Waqala wageza tinyawo tebafundi bakhe.
Oh, there's a word that I'm leaving behind. He started washing the disciples' dirty feet.
Waqala wawasha tinyawo tebafundi bakhe letingcolile.
Fully aware of who he is,
Bekathathi kahle ukuthi ungubani yena.
he took off his robe.
Wathehlisa wathatha waqhumula sembatho sakhe.
It is like he came down from the throne,
Kungazuthi wehle esihlalweni sakhe.
took off the garments of kingship,
Wehlisa ngisho netembatho takhe tebukhosi.
and he wore the servant's towel,
Wathatha sembatho sakhe noma ithawula lakhe lekhonda.
as if that was not enough.
Bekungazuthi ke lokho akukenele.
He knelt down
Waguda.
and he washed the disciples' dirty feet.
Wathatha wabeze sowugeza tinyawo tebafundi lebetingcolile.
The servitude of a son.
Kukhonda kwendvodzana.
He was the son of the living God,
Ndodzana yaNkulunkulu ophezulu.
and he served the people that were supposed to be serving him.
Wakhonda abantu lebekumele bamkhonde.
He served the people that he was supposed to be equipping.
Wakhonda naba bantu lebekumele noma abantu lebekumele abahlomise.
The people that he was supposed to be empowering.
Labo bantu lebekumele banikethwe amandla.
He served them.
Wabakhonda.
He served their dirty feet.
Wakhonda ngekugeza tinyawo tabo letingcolile.
The people that when he passed, they would say, "Oh, hail your majesty."
Labo bantu lebekumele athi nakendlula bathi hawu wena waphakathi noma bayethe.
The people that had seen him do the miraculous.
Laba lebe bambone endathi mangaliso.
The people that had seen him heal people and do things that they had never been seen being done
Labo
before.
labambone endatintho letingazange ati bambone noma batibone tendele.
And on that basis, you'd expect that those people viewed him and they knew him as a master and as a manocha.
Labantu lebekumele bambone ayinkosi yabo.
If I were to use teenage language, I would say the person that was their hero.
Labo lebe bambone lebekumele bambone alithawela.
He took off his garment.
Wehlisa tembatho takhe.
Wehla esihlalweni sebukhosi, if I were to put it that way.
Amen.
He knelt down
Waguqa phansi.
and washed their dirty feet.
Wageza tinyawo takhe.
I'm talking about serving this morning.
Namhlanje na ngikhuluma ngekhonda.
Serving knowing who you are.
Ukhonde udati kokuthi ungubani.
Jesus had not forgotten that he was the Son of the living God. The word says he was fully aware, so he did it consciously.
Jesu wakhonda adati sigaba sakhe ukuthi ungubani kodwa wakhonda.
Dirty feet.
Hey waze wehla wageza tinyawo tebafundi letingcolile.
Understanding the power and the authority that he has.
Hey adati sigaba sakhe nemagunya lakanawo kodwa wakhonda.
He took off his garments.
Wehlisa tembatho takhe.
This was an extreme act of servanthood.
Hayi lokhu bese kumadima kakhulu basalwane.
The disciples were perplexed.
Nabo labafundi bamangala kokuthi sekwente njani manje.
This one is unthinkable. You would not even imagine anything
Ngeke
like
sitaba
that.
umuntu omkhulu kangaka tehlise akhonde. Bantu labanga-deserve nekhonde.
I'll move on to another one. Slightly different servitude.
Asengehlele kulenye kukhonde.
Don't worry, I'll bring it all together towards the end.
Ndabe sengiyakuhlanganisa ekugcineni.
the prodigal son.
Asesigijime siye endvozaneni yolulahleka.
Story we all know.
Livi lenilathiko noma indzaba leniyathiko.
So this one I'm not going to read. I'm just going to extract 2 verses that I
Na
want
kule
to talk to.
ngitaphula nje kulama verse.
In verse 12
Verse-
of Luke 15.
Vesini lelishumi nakubili kaLuke 16.
The word says, the younger one said to the father,
Bible lithi lona lomncane wathi kubaba wakhe.
pay attention. Father, give me,
Yathi indvodana lencane nginike baba.
give me
Nginike
my share of the estate.
ncenye yami.
I skip all the verses. You guys know the story.
Lo wangibekela yona ingcenye yami lo wangibekela yona.
In verse 19,
Na lishumi nemfica.
after he had come to himself,
Bible lithi sekabuye emqondweni wakhe.
senses back together.
Seyabuya ingqondo.
Listen to what he says.
Lalela ukuthi uthini indvodana.
I am no longer worthy to be called your son.
Angisafanele kubitwa ngendvodana yakho.
Listen, he says, make me one of your hired servants.
Lo munye nje wetisebenti yakhe lowutitashile.
When he left, he said, give me.
Nakahamba wathi nginike.
Now he's coming back
Soyabuya.
sober.
Ubuya sowusangulukile.
He has come to himself.
Sowubuya emqondweni wakhe.
He realizes that no, I did things the other way around.
Waqonda ukuthi cha ngibhuqile.
I should have asked to be made before I asked God to give me.
Bekumele ngicele kwentiwa. Ngisengikateli konke kwabo.
He asked to be given before he was
Wacela
made.
kuniketwa angentiwa.
He asked to sit on the throne before he could serve.
Ucele uhlale esihlalweni angaqali nekhonda.
Does it sound familiar? We want the gifts and we have not said.
Kinga yethu ke siqale safuna kuba letulu kanti thini asikaqali ekhondeni.
Whilst you are still digesting that one, let's go to Mark 10, verse 35.
Asiye encwadzini yemthelisi.
We see James and John,
Nang Jacob na James.
the 2 sons of Zebedee.
Bengicabanga lona. Nanga madodana aJebedee.
Teacher, we want you to do for us whatever we ask of you.
Yenkosi sifuna ukuthi usendele sikucela nje.
Jesus replied them. And I don't even know what Jesus was thinking. I'm thinking in my head that he replied with a smile.
Ngicabanga Jesu ukuthi wabe siyababuka nje wababuka ngekumomotheka.
But a cheeky smile, not a genuine one, because atibuta ukuthi nabafana nabo.
Ngabacabanga usibayini.
He replied them and said, what do you want me to do for you?
Baba nifuna ukuthi nginendelele.
Listen to what they asked for.
Asowuve ukuthi bacelani bafana.
Grant that we may sit with you, one on your right and the other on your left.
Into lo ngasendela yona nje ukuthi nasingamane sibe ma bodyguard akho lo munye ahlale ngalanga esekudla lo munye ahlale ngalanga eselinqeni.
In your glory,
Engathi emlweni yakho.
your majesty and splendor in your kingdom.
Le bukhosini bakho nale ngathi emlweni yakho.
Does it sound like our prayers? We want the big things.
Lokho akufani nale mithandazo lesiyithandazako thina lesifuna thina letinkulu.
We want promotion. We want to be good. We want to be big.
Hayi sifuna thina letinkulu kakhulu sifuna kuba sembonisweni.
Basiphathele amabhayibheli. Basilandzele abanye lomnye bengela lomnye ngala.
Siyayithanda indumbu, sithanda kubukwa.
Listen to what Jesus says.
lalela Jesu kuthi uthini.
You do not know what you are asking.
Bafana nathi ngokuthi ngicela ini.
Are you able to drink the cup that I drink?
Ningakhona yini kunatha kule ndzebe lenginatha kiyo na?
Senifuna kuhlala nje eceleni kwami nje. Are you able to drink the cup that I drink?
So singalamanye amagama niyathi yini ukuthi kudule kanganani lokuba ngimi?
Or to be baptized with the baptism
Nekubhajatiswa ngale mbhabhatiso
with which I am baptized.
lengibhabhatiswe kiwo yelele.
As we ask for these big things,
So utikela nje letinto utikela.
Jesus is saying, do you understand what you are asking for?
Niyathi yini ukuthi kubita kanganani niyaqonda yini ukuthi ngicela?
As you are saying, give me.
Njengoba ngicela nje.
As you say, give me.
Njengoba ngicela nje.
Do you understand the responsibility that comes with give me?
Niyathi yini ukuthi umsebenzi loda nalo nginike ukuthi unganani?
Do you understand the price that comes with give me?
Niyathi yini imbadalo leda nalo ukuthi ngiphe?
For the prodigal son, it took for him to go and he learned the hard way.
Ndodana yelahleko yafundza kabuhlungu.
He learned the hard way that give me is not just as easy as give me.
Wafundza kabuhlungu ukuthi awumanje ukhulume ukuthi ngiphe.
Because let me not ask for things when I have not and I have not been fully equipped. I don't have the right foundation to carry those things.
Mbambamba ngidawukhona yini kuthwala letinto nangabe ngingakabhadali lembadalo yalokuthi ngiphe.
He learned that hard way that I should have stayed and developed the shoulders to carry this thing that I was demanding. I needed to sit and be made. James and John, is it John? Yes. They're asking for a promotion. They don't understand. They think it's just about the glamour and the glory and the majesty. There's more to it. Prophet, whatever. Minister, apostle. Jesus says, do you even understand what you're asking for? Do you know that there is a drink, there's a cup that you need to drink from? There is a type of baptism that you need to go through. When now you think you will just arrive and things will be okay. I like the attitude of the prodigal son though. And how I wish, how I pray that as a people, we may understand because no matter how far we have gone, when we realize and we come to our senses, ngathi kwaba ne-promotion kunama-class lesawenza nkosi. Because there's a step that I skipped. even though all these things belong to me,
noma ngabe lesipho dami
I am fully entitled to them.
vele dami lesipho
The power, mine.
mandla ngeyami
Authority, mine.
emagunya ngeyami
Wisdom, mine.
nenhlakanipho yami
Everything mine.
konke kwami
And I am fully aware.
ngiconsa kahle
But being fully aware of that,
kodwa noma ngathi
because I now realize that I skipped a
kodwa
step,
sengiconzile kokuthi kukhona tinyathelo lengadenza
I swapped things around.
ahlanganisa thini
I asked to be given, yes, before being asked to be made.
ngacela kuphiwa kani angentiwa
Now I am going back to the beginning.
ngiyabuyela emuva ngiyokubala
Because going back to be made doesn't take away my right.
lokwentiwa akuthathe amalungelo abo
It doesn't make me less of a son.
akungenzi kibe indodana lencane noma kungabi indodana
I'm still a son in this house.
indodana
But I realize that being a son comes with responsibility.
kahle ukuthi kuba indodana kuta nemsebenzi
It is not just about birthright.
akusinjengokuthi lungelo lami ngekutala
The prodigal son says to his father, Father, please allow me to be made by you. I realized that when I was here, I was just thinking about sitting at the table.
babambaba yebabe lesikhathi ngisesenakhaya bengithola nje tonke tinto tonzi lokokuthi kupita kanganani ngahamba sekuyahlonza nyalo kokuthi yini kuba yindodana
Please allow me to start.
ke manje ngibe sebenza
Please allow me to start where I should have started.
lapho bekumele ngiqale khona
Please allow me to submit to you fully and completely.
ngibe ngaphansi kwakho ngalokuphelele
Please allow me to understand what it means to take orders.
ngeke ngani kokuthi kuba phansi noma mhlawumbe kulayelwa yini
Please allow me to know what it feels like to submit.
awungeke ngive lokuthi kusubmitha isokuthini ngoba bengicabanga ukuthi ngisiphethe kahle ngabeka
And I think the realization, as the son comes face to face,
bakenda babe abona abona
the son comes face to face with the father.
indodzana ibona babe seyihlangana layo
He sees himself clearly.
sowutibona ngalokucacile
He realizes, "Kusi, I'm not as great as I thought I was.
uyasibona ukuthi uyathi bengicabanga ukuthi mkhulu sengibonile nyalo ukuthi asimkhulu ngale ndlela le bengicabanga ngayo
I'm not as important
sengiyabona nyalo ukuthi angisimqoka kangani ubengicabanga ukuthi ngimqoka ngayo
Now the attitude is right.
alomqondo manje soyacabanga sowuright la sowuqonzile la
The mindset is right.
ingqondo yakhe seyahlambuka seyibonile nyalo
James and John
nangijohane najesu
asking for a promotion.
bacela ekukhushula
They've seen the crowds. the crowds that followed Jesus.
babona neqembu noma mhlambe timcucu lesilandela jesu
Basho bathi la,
angathi singabathola
it's nice to be here.
babona ukuthi hayi cha kumnandi kakhulu
They see the popularity.
ababona Jesu sethu kakhulu unakathi kukhulu
And they are obsessed with that.
awuloko kuyabangena
They don't realize
abaqondi
that there is a cup.
ukuthi kunembadalo noma mhlawumbe kunenkomishi noma nenzebe
There is a baptism
kunembhabhatisi
that you need to go through.
lekumele wendlule kini
There is servitude that needs to happen.
le kumele kwenteke.
I'm not going to be long, saints.
Ngiyaqhubeka. Lona ndlebe kumele eve ukuthi kuthiwani namuhla.
I'm going to go randomly now to Moses.
Asesigijime sikumoses siyovakashela Moses.
Again, I just want to illustrate the point where we run to do things and we are not made.
Ufuna uveda sithombe lapho khona sifuna tiko kanti asikahlonyiswa ngalokuphelele.
Where we are full of gifts but not the power.
Lapho sigcwele khona tiko kodwa kungekho nemali.
Look at the journey of Moses from the time he was born
Asawulandzele uhambo lwaMose kusukela kuqala.
up to the time that God calls him and gives him an assignment.
Sowufika lapho khona bitwa khona aniketwa nemlayelo. Must take up rather.
There's the, whatever, was it called the road, or what do you have in your hand? That thing.
Uthanda Mose uphethe ibhuku lakhe leyo.
And God tells him, "Guthi, you will do kutaba nema plagues kanje kanje kanje, but Pharaoh will still harden his heart."
Nayo ke indzaba lebuhlungu uNkulunkulu uqala ukuvetela sithombe lesine ukuthi kutawenteka nakho nakho ngesandla sakho kodwa kusho kokuthi lo utawufaka utawuvele anikeze wena sebalula.
This is where I'm going. When the plagues start happening, I think the first one was frogs, if I'm not mistaken, and kwakaba netinyoka. The Egyptian, the magicians, are in Egypt. They have not been made. These are just carrying gifts. Kutsi banel talent lokwenda nabo. Nathi asesizame lokwethu. But what they didn't realize was that this guy has gone through a process of making. So it's not just for him about the stick. There is something bigger behind that. Wena uskabatsela talenda. Have you been made? Moving on to Goliath and David. But it's Kwaka, whatever. Big guy. Experienced warrior. He even has the armor to show it. Self-made. Self-made. Self, like his own power. David, a small boy, made in the wilderness. Made when he has to face a bear, face to face, and he needs to deal with it with his own hands. He sees the great Jehovah. He's being made in the secret place. No one would even believe him. Nakabatshela ukuthi mina with my bare hands, babuya ukuthi wena na bare hands. Because it's not even about being seen when you are being made. Check the result.
kumele uyadisha.
Let's go to glory. I want to wind down now.
Umusha even astenima. Sesiyakho kodwa manje let's go.
I think I've said what I was sent to say. It is not your gifts.
Baba siso sipho sakho.
No. Nkhuluma na, let's go to glory manje.
Yeah.
I'm talking to this church.
Vele lesiprofeto besilindela kaya.
Sengengcile kubo Goliath. Nema-magician. Nabo James, nabo John, bo Zebedee. Let's go to glory.
Asesibuya kaya.
It is not your gifts that will set you apart.
Baba siso sipho sakho lesitakwenda ukuthi wena ube msosaziwayo mhlambe lesitakwenda ukugana.
And it's not even the prophecies, because I sometimes sit and listen how we get excited.
Ngiyayibuka nje ngale ndlela lesijabula ngayo.
I remember when Bishop Casaro came to minister to this church.
Ngiyakhumbula lo Bishop Kasari naketa kwempala.
And he declared a word over the church.
Wamemethela ebandleni.
Who has the exact words? I don't want to misquote him.
Indlela kayisho ukuthi sidabaliphiko ezaweni lasesifeni.
Yes. In this area,
Kule ndzawo.
you cannot be the voice in this area if you are not made.
Ngeke ube liphiko kule ndawo lena ungakhiwa.
No matter how excited you can be about the word and say you will receive nothing.
Kude ngeke uhambe nesiprofeto nje kuphela kodwa kumele ukuthi wakhiwe. Ngeke nje umane uvelele kule ndzawo ungakakhiwa.
It doesn't matter what has been said about you, ukuthi you are the what of the what.
Noma singakuprofeta kusukela ekuseni kuze kube ntambama akusho ukuthi kutawenzeka nangabe ungakhiwe. Kuthi umuntu akashintshwa siprofeta ushintshwa kubamba lelivi asebenze lona.
There is power in being made.
Kunamandla ekwakhiweni.
As long as we refuse to serve,
Singakafuni noma singakafuni kwakhiwa.
to remove our garments of throneship,
Sehlise sembatho sethu sekucabanga ukuthi sibobani.
take the servant's towel and wrap it around our waist,
Sesithawula lekhonda
kneel
kude phasi.
and serve the people that are here, Konamoshe.
Ukhonde labantu lonikethwe bona.
You cannot be a voice over people that you refuse to serve.
Ngeke ube liphiko kubantu longakakholwa.
Jesus understood that.
Bekakwazi ke lokho.
You cannot equip people that you refuse to serve.
Utawashobisa kanjani abantu longahlali nabo longabakholwa.
Labo destiny at a global stage, tawugcina kungumbhalo. Tawugcina sikubhalela kuphephulo.
Kube yibhizi lenhle nje.
As long as you cannot serve the people of Gelegeceni, this is a big joke.
Utakela abantu lotabakhonza kodwa usichwichwichwi wetikwa. Awufuni nokuhlanganisa nabo. Phupho lelo.
Jesus, knowing, being fully aware of who he is,
Yazi kahle, ahlonza kahle ukuthi ungubani, wahlekisa.
Let's not celebrate gifts.
Ya asinajatshuliswa ndimo.
There's a higher mandate.
There's a bigger picture kunesithombe lesikhulu esingasibona.
And that picture, we cannot get it from sitting on the pedestal on the left or on the right.
Ngeke usibone leso sithombe leso nawusesehlezi nje lapha usaguga ukuthi uneqondo lelihle wena. La leqondo nawa wa.
You need to kneel.
Kodwa ba
When they come through the door,
labangena nje la.
it's not for us to size them and
Asitshele vele kuThomas ayiza sikabuke ukuthi igaba tabo kuba.
when you serve, there is nothing too big or too small for you.
Nawukhona awukho ukuthi ukhona abantu kodwa wena loniketwe bona loniketwe.
Nakuhlino mafastelo. Sangikhuluma ngabo dirty feet. You are there.
Nakwethiwa hlinzo khona nala sonweni ukhona.
Because you are serving.
Asivele phela ukhona.
Bill Johnson says something very profound.
Prophet Bill Johnson ukhuluma imole emangalisayo.
He says a son makes the best servant.
Uthi lo prophet indodana yiyo leyenza usisebenzi lesingisi.
Because he is serving from a position of identity.
Ngoba yena ukhonza esigabeni sebutali bomkhumba.
He's not serving because he wants to be paid or he wants to please his master or he's looking for a promotion.
Injongo yakhe yekukhonza ayisho ukuthi ufuna ukukhushulwa. Wathi ukuthi lento yani na.
Because he understands that if I serve, then this benefits the people that I'm serving.
Wathi kahle kokuthi nakakhonza ukhonza noma kutawuzuza bonke abantu lahlala nabo.
He understands that I am going to win them over through serving them.
Babamba kukhulumami yulokhona bona.
But by serving them, I don't become less of a son.
Nalo khona kwami akuneki noma akunciphisi kokuthi ngibamba.
The fact that the crown is no longer here does not mean I am no longer Jesus.
Ngalokuthi lesikuphela unepo akuneki kokuthi ngicabanga ukuthi
The fact that my garment has been placed on the floor and I'm wearing a towel of a servant doesn't make me less Jesus.
futhi akuneki ukukhumula kwami sembatho kumele ngathi bese ngicabanga ukuthi angisesukele.
The fact that I'm kneeling on the floor and I'm washing the dirty feet First things first, we need to start at the beginning. We need to rise from our high tables lay aside our power garments. I'm going to say this as I close. We will not win them if we cannot serve them. We cannot equip them if we cannot serve them. We will not win this community of Gelegeceni, maybe ngayibali nje nalabo makhelwane la, if we don't serve them. My prayer is that we may be awakened and understand
sonza
the need for us to serve.
naso isidingo sesakhona.
Understand that our effectiveness in this area, in this community, in this time,
Uqonda kahle ngokuthi kuvelela kwethu kule ndawo leti kulesi ngalesikhathi lesi.
will be through servitude.
Uqonda nje. Uqondela abantu, uma siqondela abantu. Lesibekwe kini. Sisuswe lapha sendala. Hayi uthola indzawo yekwakha nje kodwa usibekele lutho emakhaya. Lekumele ngabe siyazibuta khona. Wawuthi enkosi babababa sideleni la.
I don't know what your service is.
Ngikwazi ukuthi wena useva ngani.
I could be that we've got people here that are supposed to find out who is needy in this area.
Mhlambe nje kutawucela ukuthi ubone ukuthi ngubani lo besibekele.
Bobani bamfana balenzayo labangafunzi.
Mhlawumbe bobani labangafundi ukubhala.
Ngiyabekisa.
Ubekisa nje.
Who doesn't have food to eat?
Mhlawumbe bakhona labangenani. Lenza.
Who needs God?
Mhlawumbe vele kukhona into evela simakazi.
Who needs healing?
Yofuna ukuphila ke.
If we are sitting in this room on our pedestals, on the left and on the right,
Nasawuqhubeka sihlale la sijabulize ukuhlala la. Esebuda la esenele.
and expect them to walk in,
Bese sicabanga ukuthi batawungena.
that doesn't sound like service.
Lapho sisiyosenda khona.
Jesus stood from the table.
Wasukuma kwaba uJesu yosukuma.
Wehla.
Wasukumela kwehla.
He didn't sit at the table and say,